Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today I've got a very exciting video for you, which has probably been the most requested video apart from can you please speak Dutch? And that's how I edit my Instagram photos. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, please do. It's at Laurie Robyn. I will leave a little link for you in the description box. I got this question a lot with my previous theme. The way I used to edit my Instagram photos was just by using the fade filter from the iPhone app. That was pretty much all I did, but they took that away in an update and I had to find a new kind of filter I like, and I feel like I found a pretty solid one. I've gotten the question quite often recently about how I edit my photos, so I thought I would cover it in a video so everybody can follow along. So yeah, let's just dive straight into it. Okay, so this is kind of my photography folder, and if you want me to go through all of these apps, let me know and I can do. But the app that I've been using the most as a base for my photos is Tezza. I use one of the free filters. Let's just start with this one. So what I do is I open the app and I go into the little filters and I choose the vintage one. And as you can see, that makes it really peachy and warm, and that's kind of the look I'm going for. So what I do is I save that, download that from the app, and then for selfies I usually then go into Facetune, and I don't do a lot in Facetune. I try and keep it pretty natural. Well, I say natural, but what I do, I go into the smooth tool and just kind of smooth out my lines and kind of where it looks a bit blotchy. The only thing I will say about this filter is that it can make you look a bit blotchy, which is not always what you want. So yeah, just do a little bit like that, and I usually do it on my hands and arms as well, just because I don't really like the way it looks. But yeah, so that's all for the smoothing, and if you see, there's hardly any difference. You can kind of tell, but there's not much of a difference, and I try and keep it as natural as possible. If I have a zit, I will be honest, if I've got a zit I will take it away, but that's just a personal preference, I guess. Then the next thing I do is go into the details tool, and then I just accentuate my eyes and eyebrows, a bit of my nose, my lips, any like kind of detail shots, and a bit on my hair as well, just to bring out a little bit more detail in the photo. So as you can see, again, very subtle, and that's all I do in Facetune. And then I take this photo, go into another app, because you can never have too many apps, and I copy it into Afterlight, which is the next app I use. And in Afterlight, I put on a little bit of the filter Nico, which is in the guest folder. And this makes a lot more blue tone, so I take it down quite a lot. But I do this to kind of take away a bit of the orange, because sometimes these photos with the vintage filter from Tezza, it can sometimes make it a bit too orange, and that's not really the look I'm going for. So I feel like this is about right, and that's the photo pretty much done. I save it, and what I will do, just to show you as an example, I'm not quite sure how the other photos will turn out, but if I've got a photo that has too much orange in it, I take it into Lightroom, and then I go into color, then mix. I choose the orange one, and as you can, you're going to be able to see this, like if I take the saturation down, it takes out all the orange. So if I feel like I've got a bit too much orange going on, I just take it down a notch. You can also lighten it, which can take down, like you see, you can make yourself look really tanned. But yeah, take up that brightness a little bit, and that balances it out a little bit. It wasn't completely necessary for this photo, but just to show you the idea of it. So if I've got a photo that turned out a bit too orange, I'll put this over it, and that's the first one done. So really it's not that complicated. I'll show you this body photo. So again, I'll open it into the Tezza app. I'll open the filters, put on vintage, save it, download it from the app. Done. And it depends a little bit on the photo. I don't really feel like this needs any editing when it comes to Facetune, so I'll just take it straight into Afterlight again, put on a little bit of Nico and reduce that to about here, and that's that photo done. So you can see it's just a subtle difference, but it just takes away the harshness of the orange, and makes it look a bit more, I don't know, it's a look. So that's really all I do to create that kind of filter that I use. So really that's all it is. Now I will say with the Tezza app as well, it doesn't always work with all colours. Sometimes colours turn out a bit funny. I've had it before when I was wearing like a really cool tone pink nail varnish, and it would just make it like this grey bluey type colour. Like, it was really odd. I'll insert a photo here just so you can see the effect. And what I do in that case, if I still want to use that photo, is I'll import it into Lightroom and I'll just create the filter myself. If you want to see how I do that, then let me know. I will definitely be able to make a video on that, but it's not really the route I usually take. So this is what I do for most of my photos, if not all, that go up on my Instagram. And if you ever edit your photos this way, please tag me in your photos, because I'd love to see what you create and we can all be friends. That'd be nice. So yeah, if you don't follow me already on Instagram, please do come over to my Instagram, give me a little follow, show me a little love. That would mean the world to me. Honestly, it makes such a difference. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.